All right. I think we got it this time, maybe?
I'm just trying to push all these kinds of buttons over
Just push all the buttons. That works. Welcome to Smoking Underground. I'm Devin, and this is Gary.
Hello. Glad to make your acquaintance today. I'm glad y'all could join us. It's going to be a good show. One of my faves today, so I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had a topic in my head. Not something that's like berate anybody, but more like the rationale and the ethics behind, hey, when you come into a cigar place, purchase a cigar.
That's actually a brilliant idea because we're open to do that.
Right.
Sounds weird, but it's what happens.
Right.
Whenever you do that, it is only etiquette that you come in and you purchase a cigar. Don't bring your stuff in. Don't do it. We don't have any cutting type format or anything. No, you come in and purchase. That would be great.
We'll get more into that in a minute. Gary, tell me about your week, brother.
It's been good. It's been outstanding. We got those of you who are going to be seeing us or talking to us or listening to us in the future. We got Memorial Day coming up here this weekend.
Yes.
At 2021. And it is a 3-day weekend for myself, and I am ecstatic. I can't say that it any more than that. And not to mention, I got about another week and a half. No, about another week or so.
Yeah.
2 weeks for vacation. So, yeah.
Well, cheese and crackers. There you go.
How about you, buddy? Everything good?
Been having a good week.
Good.
A lot of stuff planned in the future, retooling all my other side projects. And I am heading to Georgia this weekend for my brother's birthday.
Oh, good.
My sister-in-law rented 8 lanes at a shooting range.
8 lanes at a shooting range.
Yeah.
There's a country song there somewhere.
Yeah.
Say we rented like 8 lanes at my wedding for bowling.
Yeah.
I was expecting.
But
I was expecting a shooting range.
there you
That's
go.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Great,
be pretty good. I don't want to say any more because I sent the link to the rest of my family. My brother probably won't tune in, but some of it may be a little hush hush. So I'll leave it at that.
A family shoots together, stays together.
That's true.
That's all I'll say.
And then I'm getting a new air conditioner on Tuesday.
An air conditioner?
Like air conditioner and furnace, the whole thing.
Like the big one?
The big one, yeah, mine died.
Man, that's a celebration right there, son.
Yeah, I've been going an entire week,
Great
like
place.
the hottest week so far,
Outstanding.
without one.
Golly, bless your heart, bro.
Yeah, I'm walking around my house carrying a standing fan with me in every room, blowing on me.
Got that spray bottle that just sort of, you spray yourself every once in a while.
That's right.
Walk. I hear you, man.
What about you, John? How's your week been?
Well, I was thinking I'd probably be gathering hotel motel points for the past week.
I'm too cheap for that.
Oh, it's just another one of my typical overwhelmed weeks. I'm promising myself too many places. So
Yeah, I know that feeling.
As long as it delivers, not bad.
Yeah.
I'll be 100% honest. I said to Zara this morning, I said, I should be home about 3 or 3:30. And she goes, "You're not doing the show tonight?" I said, it's not Tuesday. We record on Tuesday. because I recorded another show on
Of course.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Right.
And she goes, at the cigar shop? And I said, oh, I guess
Oh.
I won't be home until 8 or 8:30.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
better gather my stuff. Good thing I said that this morning.
And Devin, may I say, I'm glad we're way low on the list when it comes to this stuff there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way-
Definitely. We're on the forget-me-nots there.
Right.
Hey, I
That's
created
it,
that
right.
all new intro that I played 1.5 times.
1.5 times. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And then
we thank you for it too.
we say hey to everybody. Dr. D, Daniel, Mr. Orlando Perez,
Oh wow,
Sandra,
man, look at y'all.
and,
Hey, Sandra.
up at the top, I think
Oh,
a
wow.
conger. have,
Something. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's good.
So what's up, everybody?
Good to
Good to
see
be
y'all.
Yeah.
Man, it's great seeing y'all. Glad you could join us.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't seen us before,
Hey.
done anything there, we appreciate y'all being here today.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And then right on the top of the hour, listen to me.
Close.
We make a 4-pack, 5-pack of cigars. Is it?
Four pack.
Yeah, 4-pack.
Most months have 4.
Most of them have 4. Some of them may have 5 at some point.
Yeah.
It runs about, I think it's like $30.
I think this month we're 30 or 32. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It says it on the package.
Yeah, I didn't bring one up
We're
with me for
30,
some reason.
30,
But
yeah, we're $30.
you can always get one of those at every Cigars and More, so you can smoke along with us.
Yeah, this month's pack would have had the CAO Bones, the English Market Selection Punch,
Mm-hmm.
the Umagat that we're smoking today, which I probably pronounce like Devin pronounces things there, and the McAuliffe that we
There
smoked
it
at the
is.
very beginning
Yeah.
with Jason.
Yeah.
You
And-
teddy bear.
Next month, since we started the show, we've done a really good job of keeping it basically sub $10 cigars. Next
Right.
month, we're going to indulge a little bit. The pack's going to go up in price, but so is the quality of cigars.
Mm.
We polled all the employees of Cigars and More and Vitola Fine Cigars, other than us 3, because we get to pick everything for the show.
That's right.
And basically, the 4 highest rated cigars are most, I guess, the favoritist cigars among the staff that we had the quantity to build the packs with. 1. So
Okay, good. And you'll get to see those next week. We'll probably announce them.
we'll announce them next week, but they will go on sale. Well, I'll have them together. They'll probably go on sale by Monday here, Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And they'll go on sale at Patton Creek because I'll be in Patton Creek on Monday. And by the end of the week, they'll be at all the shops.
And there you go. So you can smoke with us. Feel free to pick those up. So moving right along. Good
Go.
days, good times, good
Mm.
shows,
Yum indeed.
wonderful
Indeed.
voices, and
Yes.
to boot,
Yeah.
the Umbagog
Yes.
cigar.
Woo, I have been waiting on this day for a while.
Yes.
Um,
I hear both of you guys talking. You know what?
Yes.
I've never had it before.
have you not really?
Never had it.
Dude.
This will be
Oh.
my first time.
Yes.
First
if you're a
time.
Steve Saka fan, aka, of course, Sober Mace, Mikrita, and obviously, Liga Pravada.
Liga Pravada.
Yes. So you got to say it like that.
Well, you do. You
Um,
have to have the romantic voice.
Yeah. So if you're a Steve Saka fan, please grab one of these. You will not be sorry. I think that you'll thoroughly enjoy it. It is one of my favorite economical cigars out there. That's really, I mean, for about an $8-9 cigar, man, wow.
I mean, the way
wow.
he talks about it,
Wow.
you have nothing but choice. But
Mm.
I
To
never
purchase it.
thought anything about the cigar.
Yeah.
It sits in 280 at the end of the aisle, kind of looking like one of our rejects.
Oh yeah.
And I actually heard this talked about on another cigar podcast.
Yes.
And I go, I'm going to have one of those this
Yes.
morning because I was
Yeah.
listening on the way into work.
Oh yeah.
And it's bad to say because it's on the lowest end of the price scale.
Yeah.
Saka cigar. It's my favorite Saka cigar
Mhm.
by
Yeah.
far and away.
Right.
He
Yeah.
doesn't put a lot of money into the band.
Right,
This is his
right.
least expensive band. They
Yeah.
come in brown. You buy them in packs of 10. They're in brown paper.
Right.
They're not even in a box.
Right.
But
really,
this is
Yeah.
a fabulous cigar.
It is.
yeah, it's got a nice classic cigar look to it. I mean, it's like, what's the simplest is the best, or minimalistic. I mean, it's just It just looks like a good cigar. You just look at it.
So in saying that, Maestro, what do you think of the band?
The band is eloquent.
Mm. Mm.
That's all I got to say. It's
Yeah.
just, it's simple. It's kind of an OD green and like a lighter OD green,
Right.
and an off-white text on it. So it's not a pure white.
Right.
And so it's very flat, but it's also, not very thin or not very thick, not very
Right.
thin. It's just what you need.
Yeah.
Just what you need.
Yeah. Right.
And I got to say, I'm impressed with the look of it. I mean, everything about this looks good. I did a full-size punch on this with my favorite punch.
Okay. Were you a multi-puncher?
My multi-puncher, I did the largest gauge on that. So I've still got the cap intact.
Oh, man.
That's one thing I like about it. And then
Good.
I'm about to use my lighter that
Puppy up.
Robinette gave me.
Oh my God! Well, but careful, if Robinette give it to you, it's gonna either shoot orange and blue flames out of it, or it's gonna blow up.
I do have one problem with this lighter. I do have one problem with
Of many, go ahead.
when the flame kind of burns, you know how it dies off a little bit
Right.
at the end? It always has that smell of pitted prunes in it.
Well, I'm glad it had something in
It had something in
Well,
there.
that reminds you of the giver in that gifts exchange, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
I don't know why, but I think of Robinette. I think of pitted prunes for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I don't think he's going to watch this or listen to this in the future,
Yeah, probably not.
but I'm going to gamble that he's not going to,
Yeah.
because I want to tell you guys a little secret of
Not
an
unless
idea I'm
Not unless
working
you
on.
send it to him.
A little secret of an idea I'm working on.
Ready. I'm ready.
It's imagine a T-shirt with that animation of the dude going, and it goes, it smells a bit of pitted prune, and it's going to be right there on the shirt.
Be watching
Oh.
Teespring for the first Smoking Underground T-shirt.
That's right.
Yeah.
Before we even get logoed ones, it'll be that one.
Well, maybe our
extra
logo
small.
is a pitted prune.
Yeah. Right.
Rebranding Smoking Underground.
Right.
Okay.
But speaking of the Ummagog in pitted prune, the cigar itself has a sheen of class. Very,
said.
very oily, very toothy, very veiny.
Well said. Well said.
And also a thick prime wrapper as well on the outside, which is it's kind of rare, to be honest with you. When you get a thick prime wrapper on a cigar, what you're looking at there is you're looking at kind of a quality in where your wrapper always is going to be anywhere between 50 to 8% of the flavor of the cigar. In this particular case, a lot of thick prime wrappers are mainly made for box press. Padron's one of the best.
Yeah.
God almighty.
I love me some
Eroa,
Padrones.
of course, in their box press stuff.
Yeah.
Christian does an outstanding job on that. But in this particular case here, man, he did great. I mean, you can almost see your reflection in the oil of this
Yeah.
thing here.
That's kind of what I noticed
Yeah,
when I was
right.
telling you about it. Like,
There
it's
you
got
are.
a nice classic feel to it.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
does. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it. And it's exactly what Gary's describing.
Yeah,
Love
and
it.
it's and of course built by Saka. It's not going to be crap. It is going to be. I mean, if you think of the Mustra de Saka cigar, it's comes in its own coffin, and of course it's a little bit of cost, but at the same time, for him to come out with something like that for something like this right here, outstanding. Good
Yeah.
job, Steve. You did good. I mean, you did great.
You did
You really
good,
did.
kid.
Yep, you did.
You did good.
Named Ummagog, of course, named by the Saka's favorite lake up in, if I can say this correctly, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
You want me to
So-
say with an accent
Yeah.
is New Hampshire.
So he enjoys a little bit of a worm drowning up there, and decides to come out with a cigar to commemorate that particular lake.
All right. Well, light yours up, man.
Yeah, let's do that.
So while he's lighting that up, today I'm enjoying a Sensei Mitsunara,
Who
and it is a very dry whiskey.
is that? Is that a sushi whiskey? Is that
It's
what
a
it is?
sure. Let's go with that. Mhm.
Oh, gosh, boy, it bruise your tongue saying that.
It's nice because it's not a fragrant libation. it's not flat. It's just single. But like if you try a single malt whiskey, or you try a really stout bourbon, or something like a Jack Daniels that you can, that's Jack Daniels. This, and on the bottle it's got like lotus flowers and it's got a Japanese sense to it. You kind of get that. That's one reason I kind of went with this, and that is this looks really good and looks classic. This feels classic, minimalistic type of whiskey.
So it's a whiskey. It's not a bourbon.
I'm going to say yes because I didn't look at the bottle close enough.
That's better. Okay.
I'll tell you the truth.
Okay. I hear you. Good.
So my instinct for when I do that, like John went out and picked up the cigars, right? He went in there and I went, hand me one. And I had to take it out of the package and smell it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I want to get the tone of this.
Sure.
And then I go to the bottles and I kind of I'll open it up and I'll kind of waft in the air a little bit. And I'm going, I got to find something that matches.
Right.
So, or something that's completely contrast.
Sure.
It either matches or it's completely contrast.
Sure.
And these two felt like they complemented each other. And they do.
Oh, do they?
I was right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Because I know on the on this particular blend here, you're looking at a broadleaf wrapper, of course, Necro binder filler. But with the broadleaf wrappers, or with a broadleaf anything actually, binder or wrapper, either one of the two, tends to have a little bit of a twang to it. It's a good twang, mainly because what happens is that you're going to have a complexity to it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna start changing flavors as it goes down, as opposed to like a San Andreas. San Andreas is going to have somewhat off the get-go. It's going to have a flavor, and it's going to probably keep that flavor as it goes down, pending the binder and the filler.
Right.
But in this particular case here, that particular libation right here with this, I bet it's going to be good.
Yeah.
As a smoke, all the way down to the 2/3 of it.
Now, I'm also getting something new off of this as I was sitting there listening to you. I'm smoking. I'm getting that clean feel you get down here from a good libation.
Really? Okay. Well,
and I bet this would be even better if I put an ice cube in it. Because the reason I say that, or some filtered water through it. What I mean by that is with a lot of alcohol, whiskey, bourbon, stuff like that,
right,
you can actually get a dynamic flavor just by putting water in it because it kind of opens it up.
Gotcha.
Spreads it out.
Okay.
I learned that trick a long time ago, and I thought it was, to be honest with you, I thought it was bullshit. Thought it was complete bullshit. Too much ice and all you're tasting is cold and you don't change anything.
Right.
But take some like filtered water, even if it's like cool, like out of a bottle or something, and just pour, one shot in, let's say, one shot of cool water into it, preferably filtered, because if you use tap water, you're just,
I believe that.
just don't even bother.
Yeah, I believe
You can activate something inside of it, get the molecules and everything moving, and it changes the dynamic of the flavor. It really does. I'm a big fan of that. I used to be I'll take it straight, but now I'm going to take it straight in the beginning. And then after I get a little bit ways down, I'm going to put water in it just to change it.
How about that? That's kind of cool, man.
It's also the same thing, which I want to go over next week, is lighting or relighting your cigar with cedar.
Oh, very good. I think that's going to be an important point.
Yeah, which is I want to do that next week. I'm going to have cedar in here, and I'm going to force Gary to use cedar.
Why not? I like using cedar. I don't mind it at all. We'll save the background for next week. But
right.
I do. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Knowing for a particular reason, actually. So
yeah. So back onto the other subject we were talking about, the reason you should purchase a cigar when you come in. Any thoughts on that, John?
Yes.
Okay, good. So when you go into a cigar
got that out of the way.
shop, not just ours, any cigar shop, go in there with an intention to purchase. Bring in your own stuff in there. Obviously, you can do that. Nobody's going to stop you. But the expectation is you're going in there to purchase a cigar, sit down, and chill.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and keep in mind, of course, obviously, we're trying to pay bills here, but we also want you to enjoy the experience, because half the experience is not only coming to the shop, not only the lounge, But the experience is a buying experience, and depending on how far you want to go with it, if you like Devin or myself or whatever else, we thoroughly enjoy helping you
Right.
in deciding on which smoke that would be comparable for your taste for that day, and enjoy your experience the most of what you got, because only life rolls around one time. So the particular, unlike myself, the particular decisions you make, of course, have consequences, and we don't want the cigars to be one of them. So, but we do. We want you to come in, enjoy the experience, enjoy the humidor, the smell, the scents, and of course, the inventory that we have is second to none, especially at 280, my old shop, of course, Rocky's current shop. We're looking at a lot of inventory, a lot of inventory.
Gary, I've been going to a cigar place since I was, dare I say, 17. I still, even though I even work at one every Tuesday, I still have that nostalgic feel when I walk into the humidor and breathe in. It's the same one from when I first walked into one.
Isn't that
It has
amazing?
not changed at all.
That's
I just go
amazing. Yeah.
every time. I mean, and I'll walk into the humidor in Trustville 20 times.
Yeah.
Every time.
Right.
Every time.
I'm gonna say something here that's been hidden and it's been very secretive, and I've never let anybody know about this. For God's sakes, not Harris,
You wear a wig.
but close. It's toupee. It's called. Okay, get that right.
It's a wig. He's got weave, y'all.
So, but what happens though is sometimes when I ran this shop here, which is outside included, humidor is 900 square feet. The outside included with the whole shop's about 4,000 square feet. The whole shop is, right. So it's a pretty big shop. After the doors closed, after everybody's gone home, after everything's shut down, okay, I would often, very often, walk in the humidor, close the door, and just stand and just absorb everything, and just sit there and just smell and look and just go, man, this is just so cool. This is awesome. So I admire what you said a second ago. That was very, very good. And to build that right there as you come into a cigar shop, and not to mention relationships that you're going to start and have in here, is going to be amazing. There's going to be stuff out here that you can't, you can't get anywhere else. Conversations you're going to have that you can't get anywhere else.
And to tag along with that, Cigars and More is actually hiring.
Oh,
So if you want to be able to enjoy that experience and get paid for it, apply.
come on by. Come
Devin,
on by.
You discussed during your shift, and Gary discussed after his shift. I commonly come in, especially on Sundays, hours early. Now that's because I can sit down and relax and be by myself and watch TV or watch YouTube. But there's nothing like coming in the morning and walking into that humidor that's been sealed overnight. And that's the best smell. And you'll never get, I'm sorry, you'll never get that as a consumer.
You're right.
Unless you're the guy that actually walked in the door of Vitola with me tomorrow morning, an hour early.
Jeez.
And it's a common thing that people, no matter what shop I'm at, and I'm working a lot of shops because Cigars and More is hiring, and I have I make my schedule flexible. Everybody says, I just love the smell, or, they take it in and they make some comment on the aroma. And, I tell them we work really hard at that. And honestly, we really do, because it's stocking the cigars. It's keeping the place clean.
Right.
We could let the ashtrays fill up and, everything. And you come in and you smell this musty, smoky, horrible place.
Yeah.
But we keep the stores clean. We keep them nice. We work at that. We work at just everything here. It does take work to keep that.
Right.
You know what it makes me think of? Like, I think of a cigar shop, and I think about what it means to people, the nostalgia behind everything we were discussing here. And it makes me think like 100 years in the future, you're talking like Blade Runner future, right? Sci-fi, flying cars.
Mad Max 2020.
There's still going to be a cigar shop in the middle of this incredibly advanced technological town,
Mhm.
there's still going to be a place where
Mhm.
guys walk in, grab a cigar, and sit back.
I hope so.
What's up, Jeff Jones?
The cigar shop of
Jonesy.
the future.
The cigar shop of the future, baby. I mean, you imagine?
Will we light our cigars with lasers?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Actually, yes.
I had
we
an
will.
image in my head, like
Yeah.
you know, in
Yeah.
the in Star Wars
Mhm.
when they're doing the Jedi Council meetings and they have the people who are kind of like hologramming in. Guys are like, I can't make it to the shop today,
Yeah.
but he's going to hologram into the shop,
Right.
and he's smoking at home, but he's sitting right there with you, and he can talk with you back and forth, and that'd be cool.
Yeah, can I borrow your lightsaber to relight my cigar, please?
That's right.
Thank you, appreciate that. Oh yeah,
I'm
Boy,
using a flavored lightsaber to light my cigar.
Here we are. That's nice.
I'm not versed in the Star Wars universe,
Me,
I'm a
but-
fanatic.
but I do believe there are even some episodes of Star Trek where we're enjoying some sort of smoking device. Not
Yeah.
necessarily a cigar, but it's something that's been timeless. I mean, smoking
Yeah.
tobacco has been here as long as North America's been here, I want to say.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah.
yeah. My goal is to you know, of course, I'm a big UFO buff. I like the dark helicopter stuff, the conspiracy, the underground, the Bigfoots. He does exist.
Yeah, he used to work for us.
There we are. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
There you are. So all of that stuff, but my goal is to be walking out in my woods one day,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden see that spaceship right there,
Okay.
and say, "Hey, got something for y'all. Come on." There you
Yeah.
are. Pull that cigar out, light that puppy up, give them, whatever 2, 3 of the little guys with the big heads, and smoke up.
Oh my
Here we go.
What's up, Siren?
That's it.
Thank you for being here. I feel you.
Hey, sorry.
Have you watched Star Trek First Contact?
Negative.
Yes.
So in that movie, not the Klingons, sorry, the Vulcans show up for the first time, and Cochrane is showing them music and all this kind of stuff, and he's dancing. They're like, "Whoa!" I'm going cigars.
There it is.
I wouldn't be doing music. I'd be going, "Let me show you this,"
They are right
and
there.
they'll be looking at me like, "You
Yeah.
actually still do this in
Right,
your
right.
civilization?" Yes, and it's never going away.
Yes, exactly right. It's not going.
You would almost want it reversed where the Vulcans bring the cigars.
Oh man,
That would be great.
imagine what a
wouldn't it?
Vulcan
Oh,
cigar would be like.
Oh my! It'd have a flared tip out on it with 2 coming out from here, 3.
Their tobacco would be like purple naturally
Oh,
as it
yeah,
ages
man.
permanently
Heck yeah.
instead of brown.
got
Like ours.
got 3 ventrifications coming off of it, where you stick it in each orifice of your face.
Oh my goodness! This show just got into the realm of complete nerddom, and you are very welcome.
Well,
Sorry.
at least it's not
Sorry
political.
about that.
That's true. It's not
This is
political.
true now.
Which we do need to talk about that, not today probably, but like I'd love to have an episode where John goes over it, shows the documents. We kind of get a little bit serious with it and then end on a lighter note. I would like to do that one day just so everybody's informed.
Yeah.
And then potentially, if it's a good idea with you, John, people can go to this link and you can hear the links to all this stuff so you can read it yourself.
Very good.
Well, like I said, I found the Monogram 9 papers, the report from 20 years ago
Yeah.
last week, and I've started to go through it. But again, it's a lot to read. It's 200 and some pages.
Right.
It's not an audio book,
Yeah.
and I don't like to read anymore. It bothers my eyes. I got to get out my
Yeah, mine.
four-time magnifiers off of Amazon. And
Right. So I'm the same way. So I'm literally going to have to start going to audio. I am, which I've already gone that way towards the Bible, and now it's like, okay, all the other books that I've.
You got James Earl Jones
Like-
reading you the Bible?
No, I don't.
You
Actually,
got Darth Vader reading you the Bible?
No, I've got my phone reporting that back to me, and I'm going, okay, in that automated voice, very boring. If I could only select
Let there be
English
light.
or the English lady reading it to me, that would be kind of nice too. But it's just anyway, whatever. So yeah, but
If you take the plank from your eye and put it in the other eye.
that's it right there. That's right. So, but yeah, and that would be nice. That would be my goal, though, is to present each alien with a cigar and say, "Hey, let's light it up. Here we go." There we are.
That's right.
But
Isn't
anyway,
it Kirk
right.
Douglas that should be reading you that?
Yeah,
Right.
could be.
I mean,
Could be. Yeah.
He from the 10 Commandments.
Oh man. Wouldn't that be great? Golly, that would be
I
fantastic.
have a caveat to
I'd
your,
bring
your
you that,
alien
too.
thing, though.
All right, I'm ready.
Not the lizard man. Forget those people.
Mm,
They don't get to have cigars. They're horrible.
wow.
They always do bad stuff.
The lizard man.
Yeah.
I mean, from like V.
No. Like the alien race, that's the lizard people.
Well,
Okay. Oh.
weren't the aliens in V lizard people in human skin?
Oh wow,
I
really?
think so. I don't
Oh,
know.
gosh.
I'm going way back for you.
Yeah, because I'm
You
going
are.
V.
Wow.
I bet you Devin wasn't even around when V was on TV.
I don't even honestly know what you're talking about. So
But anyway, okay. So to be with you guys as well. I have gotten John actually enlightened me just a little bit on what we'll be doing next week, or actually these coming weeks.
Yeah.
In the PAX, and the Ummagog I was very excited for, but the next ones they're going to be on.
we kind of have an
They're gonna
idea
be
what
good.
they're going to be, and
They're going to be good.
Why?
Wow.
There's no reason we can't tell them.
Oh, by all means.
you guys want to know?
Oh wow,
All right,
man, please.
shoot it,
Why?
John. Go.
This is in no
Mm.
particular order because
We haven't decided the
haven't-
order yet.
Sometimes we just decide on the night.
I know,
Mm.
right?
But I'm going to say probably the most boring cigar will be the Padron Maduro 4000.
You take that
Oh.
back. You take that
Oh.
back.
But
There we go.
that's just saying the other cigars in the pack.
Right.
Padron is like, that's my top tier.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the favorites among
Oh,
the
yeah.
staff.
Yeah.
We're going to have a curveball come, everybody. And we had a lot of votes for 858 cigars,
Okay.
but nothing really defining. So we're doing the
I'm here.
858 Claro, which is, we only get in a few times a year.
Mm.
People are afraid of green wrappers on their cigars.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I
it's
love 'em.
It's a Candela
Right.
wrapper, but I love them. I don't think Harris stocks enough of them.
Mm.
I always look forward to the Alec Bradley Dirty Hooligans and that came out in the fall.
Yeah.
We haven't seen those for a couple of
Can
years.
we have a moment of silence for the Camacho Candela? My favorite green wrapper cigar that I don't think they make anymore.
We did when we got them, they were hot. And,
Yep. Now they're gone.
But so we're going to experience a Candela next month, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Candela and its green leaves.
That's going to
Yeah.
be cool.
We're
That'd be
going
cool.
to end up doing the Winston Churchill
Come on.
late hour by Davidoff.
That is a good one. I remember having that for the first time last year, and that was decent. It was decent.
Oh, decent. Oh my god.
Listen, just so you guys
Oh,
know,
oh,
any rating
geez.
I normally give something, it's
Good.
always going to be like, "That's an excellent cigar," and I'm going to go, "That was good.
Yeah.
That was decent."
Right.
I'm never going to be like,
Right.
if you hear me say this is effing outstanding, I mean it,
Okay.
because I don't give high ratings to stuff.
It's
Yeah.
like when I fantasize about being a swim judge at the Olympics, I'm never going to give anybody a 10.0. First of all, I don't understand swimming and diving.
A swim judge. I like
That
that.
you're never going to get higher than a 9.9
Come on. What is going on?
Swim
because
judge.
to me, there's always room to improve.
That's right.
And I don't want to give a perfect score to somebody
I
who
was expecting.
We have meetings at work about every other week, and he's got on the top of the printout, it's got 1 through 10, and people are like, "Oh, this meeting was really good. It was a 9, it was a 10," and I'm like, 1 didn't have biscuits, automatic 1 point down,
Oh,
automatically
touche.
1 point down because
Right.
you didn't. Nobody brought biscuits.
Right.
Nobody thought to bring
Food
biscuits.
number one.
maybe that's your job, Devin.
You know, I was thinking of that, but then I'd be the only one to buy them every single week, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. We got to
That's the
spread the
opposite.
load.
That's-
And then I'm just like, if you were to take the metric of the biscuit out,
Hmm.
so you would get a higher score, you'd still never get a 10. That meeting would have to be like quick, decisive, solve problems, and be done in an hour.
raise for everybody
And would
and be done in 10
include
minutes.
Devin's promotion and a raise.
No, not
Right.
necessarily that.
They are.
But like they're normally the
They-
meetings
there's
are
your
like
10.
2 hours, and I'm going 1 hour, solve a bunch of problems, let everybody go to do their jobs, done.
Move on. Right.
And if you put biscuits on top of that,
Right.
you got a 10.
There you go.
But you'll
Thanks.
never get a 10 without biscuits. That's my standard. You'll never get a 10 without biscuits.
When I get any sort of survey over any type of service, it's really, really hard for me to give you a perfect score because I always try to achieve better. Even when I think I did something perfect, I think I could do it better. There's
Right.
got to be a way I can improve
Yeah.
on it.
Right.
And I don't want, if you get all 10s all the time,
Yeah.
well, you're just going to be happy and you're become complacent.
I
Yeah.
would. I'm gonna say something politically incorrect with that statement. Right.
Uh-oh.
It's going to get us in trouble.
Trigger
There's
warning.
Going to be some emails
Let me
coming
get
in,
the-
and I
let me get
totally
the beeper
understand.
ready.
Yeah, hit the beeper ready.
Oh, Lord.
But only
I'm sorry, Siren.
there's only two words I really would like to reflect that with. Just all 10s all the time and everything. Roll Tide.
Oh, my goodness.
You're welcome.
Oh, my goodness.
Continue.
I had to do something for another one of my side hustles. And we had to film a video that's internal.
Yeah.
And it's the first time in my life that I actually used Roll Tide.
Wow.
Just because I was defining that I work in the Alabama area,
Right,
blah, blah,
right,
blah. And I
right.
felt obliged.
There you go.
And it's not because of
Sure.
the University of Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
It's because of the ESPN commercial.
Right. Right. That's cool.
I got a story about ESPN.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead.
Go with it.
We still have one more cigar? Are we just going to leave that one a mystery? The
Oh,
most
yes.
voted for cigar.
Yes. Indeed.
Okay, what's the most voted for cigar?
Well, it's a mystery.
Oh, it's mystery.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Stay tuned
Mystery.
next week to find out.
Yeah, and like to go on that note, we have those packs in
Yeah.
every single store.
Mhm.
I highly recommend you pick them up. They range in price, but generally it's about $30.
No, next month, because you're getting two $20 cigars in there.
Really?
Two-
Wow.
The pack I believe is going to be $47.99.
Okay.
It's still discounted
Oh,
off
wow.
the regular price.
That's pretty
It's
good, man.
But
It's pretty good.
this one I felt really bad putting it together, but
Yeah.
you're getting some quality smokes in it for a
Right.
change.
You know what?
Well,
You
not
should.
for a change. You're getting some premium. I mean, you could buy this
I
as
did
a
go
gift
for
pack
this,
for
yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Now, I would say if you purchase the pack and you watch the show, let us know. We want to celebrate you for going to that length. Well,
Yes,
mention
by
it
all
in the
means.
comments. Say, I bought the pack. I got all 4 of them in front of me right now. I'm smoking this with you.
Yes.
Let us know because we'll celebrate you. We'll celebrate you.
And have your packs ready, because if you kind of saw the flubbed intro here, each intro will include the cigar that we'll be smoking that day.
Yeah.
We won't tell you in advance, but we'll.
So my ESPN story, real quick, before we get out of here.
Ready.
So I'm not a big football person. No, I'm not into that. to be honest with you.
I'll take care of that for you. You
So
don't-
I moved to Alabama around 2013, thanks to Mr. Daniel right there, actually. And I came here, and everybody at work was playing. They keep up with all that stuff, and they were playing the fantasy football.
Oh yeah.
I avoided it for
Yeah.
so long, and then I got into it, and I was like, okay, good.
Right.
And I remember the day, because it's on my phone and it plays music every once in a while.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this like it's Dungeons and Dragons because I'm keeping up with stats. I'm looking at stuff. I'm going through it and I'm going, all right, I'm kind of enjoying this.
Yeah.
And it sinks into your head a little bit because it's not just a week-long process, not a month-long process. It's a long time. It's like
Right
a couple
on.
months,
You're exactly right.
4
sir.
months or 6 months or something.
Right. Right. Mhm. Correct.
I don't know, as you can obviously tell. I remember sitting at my desk and I'm typing away, I'm doing something, and the music just popped into my head. And I'm the kind of person that I sing or I hum at my desk, and I freak people out because I do that all the time. But I just went, dun, 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 dun. And I kid you not, there was one person to my left, one person at the reception desk, and 2 people behind me, and they all went, whoosh. What? They all,
Yeah. Yeah.
they just did not
Yeah.
expect me
Yeah. Wasn't sure.
to do that. And I
Yeah.
just went, did you just do the ESPN song? And I went,
Right.
did I? Okay. They're like, well, we got to mark the date on that one. So
All right. So you're not into fantasy anymore. Right?
no, honestly, I just don't have time for
Okay.
it.
I understand.
Because-
Not football fantasies.
Oh my
Right,
goodness.
right.
That's true. D&D.
Very good, John.
Hey,
Touche.
I like my storytelling.
Very,
I'm a good
very
storyteller.
Good.
No, I tried it. The last time I tried it, I could only keep up with it for a month before I was like, I can't keep doing this.
Right.
People are trying to, they know I don't know anything about it.
Right.
So like this one guy's trying to trade with me with stuff that I'm
Oh.
like, sure, I'll trade with you. And then my buddy Josh goes, don't trade that, keep it.
Wow.
And like, he's
So he-
basically knew I knew nothing about it.
Wow.
He's like, no, keep that. And I was like, okay. But the year before, I will not deny. He goes, well, that one guy goes, I'll give you $20 to trade this. And I went, done. That's when he issued the rule, no money for trades. Because it was all among our work folks. So I was like, hey, I probably made like $80 that one year.
That's pretty good, right?
On trades.
Man, oh,
That's why I was
man.
like, I'm going to keep doing this. And he's like, no more, none of that. I was like, I'm done.
Wow, man.
Anyway, so that's my ESPN fantasy football story.
Okay. Very good.
But
Yeah.
just to recap, make sure
Hey,
you purchase your cigar in the store.
look up there on the screen up there. Guess who's joining us?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
my volume is off. But hi guys,
Yeah.
Robinette, see,
My volume is off.
John,
That's on purpose.
John,
too.
I'm straight up making a graphic. So if he does that again and can't hear us, it's going to be like pitted prunes, just so he can see it.
So he can see it.
Yep.
Oh man.
Look forward to that thing that I said at the beginning, which if Robinette ever listens to this, he's going to have to go back to the beginning to see it.
He don't. I bet he hadn't got his hat turned around frontwards yet.
That's right.
I don't think so. So
He must have had an itchy nose. Is that it? Knowing we were talking about him
He had
earlier.
That's true.
he had to.
That's true.
He had to.
Yeah, Devin did try to rotate back around where we started.
Yep.
And I can't remember the last time I ever walked into a restaurant with the food I bought yesterday.
That is a good point.
Hmm?
That is a very good point.
I went to Perry's. I got
Right.
a doggy bag. From,
Yeah.
I get 2 big pork chops for lunch on
There you are.
Friday. I go in for lunch on
There you are.
Saturday. I bring
Right.
pork chop from the day
Yeah.
before. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I would encourage you guys, even employees and people there, tell them that. Make that, hey, you going to
Right.
purchase a cigar?
Well,
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Do you take in Burger King into a nice restaurant when you go in there
Yeah.
to chill out? No.
Correct.
You go into a coffee shop and sit down and bring your own coffee and sit down? I mean, some people might, but logically, they
Well,
could be like, you're not a customer.
That's probably a better example. I can go into Starbucks. I can buy a bag of Starbucks coffee, and I can prepare it at home in my coffee maker.
Yeah.
And I bring it into Starbucks and have it. It's virtually the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's where I lose the disconnect. And
That's what you
it sounds bad. We appreciate people who buy boxes, but you're buying boxes for your smoking at home and for
Use, not
smoking
in the
with
store.
others.
Yeah.
Right.
And just because you bought a box, and you take a cigar out of that box and bring it back here every day,
Right.
I can't keep track if you've done that for 20 days or 30 days.
Right.
Because did you
Correct.
buy the second box from somebody else?
Yeah.
If you do have behind Gary and Devin are our lockers. All of our stores do have lockers.
Yep.
And the stores that don't have bars, they're basically liquor cabinets. But that's if you're going to buy a box and leave it in, and smoke
Very
every
good.
day, you get yourself a locker.
Great
I mean,
Great.
it seems inconsequential, $10 here, $10 there, but I'm a master of, economies of scale. And it all adds up and it helps. Gary said, this is 4,000 square feet. This
Right.
is 4,000 square feet on Highway 280, fronting Highway
Correct.
280
right.
in Birmingham. It's
Yeah.
not a cheap piece of property.
It is not.
And none of our stores are really out of the way. They're on main drags. You're not having to drive down a back alley
Mhm.
or go behind a building to
Right.
get there. And a lot of the shops in town are that way. I mean, right there on a main drag. It just helps the shops by you buying every day.
Yeah.
We appreciate the box sales, and please do it. But just remember to buy a cigar
Yeah.
every time you come in. I mean, technically, you're just replenishing your box at home.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. You're
And-
gonna smoke it. I mean, come on.
And we've got the biggest box of cigars in Birmingham, or probably the 5 biggest boxes of cigars
Yeah.
in Birmingham,
Right.
known as our humidors.
Correct.
Or excuse
Yeah.
me, including Tuscaloosa.
Right.
But-
Right.
So that leads me into something that I actually had a discussion with Harris about it. and it may hit some people slightly the wrong way, but I don't care. I always get this thing sometimes when people are like, "Hey man, can I get a free bottle of water?" And I'm like, this stuff costs money, right? And they get upset when I won't give them a Humapack, like one of the smaller ones, or a free soda or something like that.
Right.
Gratitude's a big deal.
Right.
And I'm telling you, it costs money to keep this place open for y'all.
Mm.
So if you get a freebie, wonderful. You should be grateful. Not to sound rude about it, but like have some gratitude.
Yeah.
But don't expect it.
Right.
Because they bought that, like, what is it? Like a pallet of sodas.
Yeah.
That's not free. Now there's sometimes freebies come into play.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
But everything costs money.
Keep in mind, if it's open behind the counter, we'll give it to you. Okay. So I mean, if it's half drink, you can have it if you like. Just saying.
And
You know.
the idea behind things like that, I was kind of talking to Harris Sr. earlier today as we were setting up for the show. He was here picking up some stuff and he was asking how it goes. And I said, I just need to learn to say no. And he goes, that's kind of the hardest part because my schedule is so booked the next 3 weeks because I can't say no to people. I'm going to help you.
Yeah.
I'm going to help you there.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about. But I'm trying to set up for the show and get things ready and so that we don't play the intro twice and things like that. But I stopped and I started to help him with what he was doing. And he said, no, you're supposed to say no to that. I said, no, this is a good deed. I'm being nice to you. I might give you, and drives Harris 4 crazy, in that I might give you a humidity pack. I might give you a water, but don't ask me for it. If you ask me for it, no. But because I do make sure at the end of the day that register's right.
Right on.
Yeah.
It's
Right
coming out of my pocket unless somehow I had an over.
Right on,
But,
brother.
I appreciate you coming in. And
Yeah.
we do things nice for those that repay. The guys that do straighten up when they leave the lounge, I might be a little bit nicer to.
Right.
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 Oh, I had a guy say, well, as much money as I spend here, give me a free soda. And I'm like, you paid for everything that was yours.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've gotten free stuff in the past. So what's with the attitude, man?
Wonder if he's done that at Walmart, reckon? Wonder if he's done that at the local convenience store,
I
reckon?
hadn't thought about
Is-
that.
is-
I don't want to sound negative about anything,
I mean,
but
just
it's an irritation.
I've thrown a temper tantrum at the convenience store.
I forgot about
Because-
that.
It's just
I
one of
did.
those
I forgot
things,
all
man.
about that.
It's like gratitude is a big deal. Catch more flies with honey.
Right.
You are a butthole. I'm going to be like, no, man. No, sorry.
Now, in circling all of this right here, we're speaking of etiquette for cigars. There is an exception when it comes to 280 as opposed to the rest of the stores, and I want to go ahead and clarify that in the sense of the peripherals that go with the cigars, namely the libations, the food, that type of stuff. Anyway, so we of course, John was telling him we've got lockers. Lockers are fully humidified, and they're very sensitive when it comes to temperature as well as humidification. We make sure that those things are dialed in. Number one, 280 has a bar. Okay, so let's clarify that. So you can't bring drinks in at all at 280. Okay, none at all. So not even water you can't bring in. You can't bring in Cokes. You can't bring anything. So that's to clarify. 280 is exclusive.
Well,
Okay.
actually, the rules on 280 have changed. You
have they?
cannot bring in alcohol, but you can bring in non-alcoholic.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Let me
but
refer.
it could go back to that if somebody tries to abuse it.
Yeah.
So, in doing
Abuse of
so-
the rules causes
Right.
stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in doing so, you've got the other 4 stores. Is Tuscaloosa is a bar as well? I'm sorry. So,
man, if you haven't been to the Tuscaloosa store, make a trip.
I
It is
will.
The
gorgeous.
3
will.
stores inside of Jefferson County don't have bars.
right. So you've got the other 3 stores, Trustful, and of course Vitola and in Patton Creek. They don't have bars there. You can bring in your own liquor. You can bring in your own beer if you would like. So that's all right. We got refrigerators. We've got Scotch glasses. We've got stuff like that. But when it comes to your cigars, bye. You know,
Right.
just I mean, and don't come in like you do everything else. Don't expect. Come in and patronize. Come in and do your part because we're here for you, but we want you here for us as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it's sort of a hand in hand situation there. So please don't, just come in and have respect for your local cigar.
If we give everything out for
staff.
free, then the store is going to close.
And you
Correct,
kind of said
correct,
it there too,
right.
Gary. We're not just talking Cigars and More and Vitola. We're
Right.
talking any cigar shop you
Mhm.
walk into.
Yeah, any
You
of
know,
them
you know,
across the nation.
Whether it's across the nation, whether it's the guys in Helena, whether it's the other guy in Trustville, whether it's the other
Yeah.
guys in Birmingham.
Right.
You've got to, you've got to look at that.
Yeah.
And the fact you can bring in your bottle of scotch
Yeah.
and have 3 or 4 drinks and share them with friends, how much money did you save as opposed to going to a bar?
There you are.
And our bars actually are extremely inexpensive in the bar scale.
Yeah.
They're 2-ounce pours, and everybody hears the drink prices, and we're not making our money on the liquor. We're making money on the liquor, but we're not
Right.
making it at
Correct.
bar rates.
Yeah, right.
We're doing it as a convenience.
Yeah.
Right.
And the reason 280 has it is there's a lot of business travelers that stay on 280 that don't travel with theirs. Tuscaloosa does it for a couple of other reasons, but it's also for that. It's a place that people visiting the university can go and have a drink and have a cigar and relax.
Yeah. Yeah, no joke. I mean, like even my buddy Daniel right there. I mean, one of his pastimes when he has the ability, he goes on his break and sits down and smokes a cigar,
Oh, that's so nice.
has something to drink. May not be an alcohol, but he has something to drink
Man, that's so nice.
on a break.
Dude,
And I'm sitting there going,
Way to go,
golly,
way to go.
oh, I want to get to that point
Man,
where I can
that's
just
nice.
sit back on a 1 hour break and just smoke a cigar and then head back to work. That would be,
Man, yeah.
just think of what that takes. And if we were to just give everything out, all this kind of stuff, that place wouldn't exist anymore.
Right.
Well, throw that one out. I know all the stores are like this. I was at Vitola yesterday. There were 3 or 4 people that came in and did it. This room that we broadcast from has 2 or 3 people that are here almost every day that are doing work. They bring their laptops in. They have a cigar. They have a
Hammer it
drink.
out.
And everybody who comes into 280 and Vitola that I've noticed buys a cigar. Because even at that cigar a day, they do it 20 days a month. It's $200. That's what a desk costs at some of these kind of office spaces that you can rent a place to sit. So that's what they're doing. is
Wow.
They're paying the rent to be able to enjoy a cigar while
Yeah.
they work in a relaxing, calm, quiet
Mhm.
environment.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's a great place to end it, I think. PSA for your brick and mortar location.
Yeah. Big
I would
time.
say. Thank you, John,
Yes.
for everything that you do.
Big time.
The Garinator
Yes. And the great
Garanacino.
and the great Davini. Yes.
and not try again. No.
That's it.
Garrett. No.
Okay. All right.
No. That's gonna stick now. So
well.
on that note, thank you guys. Remember, if you like what you see, you like what you hear, there's every form of podcasting as far as video. Make sure to hit that like, share, subscribe button, leave a review for the podcast. Tell people about it. Get some more people in here. Get the discussion going. Let us know
Please.
what you're smoking. Let us know
Please.
what you're drinking.
Yes.
Even if it's water, let us, even more specifically in Gary's case, let us know the type of water you're drinking.
There you go.
Deer Park versus,
Fuji.
Fuji.
Yeah.
Let us know. Strangely enough,
Whoa.
I'd love to know, like, if some guy goes, you know what, I actually drink alkaline water. I forget what it's called, the name, versus this other one because it tastes better with a cigar. I'd love to know if
I'm
somebody
here.
has that
Right here.
dichotomy of a
There you
thought.
are. Now I need to know somebody else who has that.
Right. Exactly.
Because I do Blue Spring, which is up in Blount County.
Yeah.
And they suck it out of the ground up there,
Yeah.
and and it's pH balanced,
There you go.
and that's what I do.
So,
I would like to
anyway.
hear somebody else that does that.
Thank you for all of that.
Yes.
And hey, Gary,
Yep.
remember, to smoke is human,
Yeah.
but to smoke a cigar is divine.
Umagog to you.
Indeed. We'll see you next time.
Bye.